Take a slow breath and settle into this moment. There is a quiet kind of magic in life that only appears when you finally loosen your grip on everything you're trying to control. Not the kind of magic found in old stories or legends, but the real kind. The kind that shifts your world without making a sound. It's the moment your body relaxes, your breathing deepens, and somewhere inside you whisper, "I trust the process." You've been carrying so much, the weight of tomorrow, endless predictions of what could go wrong, the pressure of outcomes you feel responsible for. Worry has been running like a loop that never stops. But worry doesn't protect your future. It only steals the peace that belongs to you right now. Think of water. When you squeeze it tightly, it slips away. When your hand softens, it rests easily in your palm. Life behaves the same way. The more you push, force, or fear, the more chaotic everything feels. But when you soften, when you stop fighting every outcome, life becomes clearer. You create space for solutions, space for opportunities, space for answers that were always there but hidden by tension. If anything in these first moments speaks to you, keep listening. Take one more deep breath. Let's begin. First, your mind is not a predictor of the future. Your anxious thoughts show you vivid images of what might go wrong and present them as truth. But think back to last year. What were you worrying about? How much of it became reality? And of the things that did happen, how many unfolded exactly the way you feared? Research shows that most of what we worry about never occurs, and the few challenges that do arise are handled far better than expected. Your mind isn't trying to harm you. It's using old survival patterns designed for a world that no longer exists. You're no longer running from danger, you're running from thoughts. And thoughts are not facts. When you stop treating your worries as prophecies, they lose their power. You can recognize a thought without obeying it. You can say, "I see you, but right now I am safe," and let it pass like a cloud in the sky. Second, life responds to open hands. There is a paradox at the core of existence. The moment you stop gripping your dreams out of fear, they begin to breathe again. Think of a time you wanted something so intensely that you practically squeezed the life out of it. Maybe a relationship, a position, an opportunity. You rehearsed conversations, checked for signs, held the outcome so tightly that it slipped away or arrived without the feeling you expected. Now, think of the good things that entered your life quietly, naturally, without force. People you met by accident, opportunities that appeared when you weren't hunting for them. These moments happen when you stop broadcasting fear, when you loosen your grip and say, "I'll do my part, but I won't try to control everything." Life starts to open. It's not passive surrender, it's trust. Trust turns you from tense and needy into steady and receptive. Third, many problems weaken when you stop feeding them. Most challenges are temporary. They fade, resolve, or reshape themselves. But constant worry gives them energy, attention, and momentum. Anxiety is like watering weeds. They grow the more you focus on them. When you redirect your attention, one of three things usually happens. The problem resolves on its own, a solution appears that you couldn't see before, or you realize it wasn't a real problem. It was simply a situation your mind exaggerated. The issue is rarely the true source of suffering. Your attachment to it is. You don't need to carry every worry throughout your entire day. You don't need to tell the same story of stress again and again. Sometimes peace begins when the narrative ends. Fourth, your body notices truth before your mind does. Inside you is a quiet intelligence that speaks through sensation rather than language. Before your mind labels something as wrong, your body already knows. A tight stomach, a heavy chest, a shallow breath. These signals are not weaknesses. They are guidance. And when something is right for you, even if it scares you, your body feels a subtle sense of opening, clarity, or pull. Anxiety is loud. The body is steady. When you stop drowning in worry, you can actually hear what your body has been trying to tell you. It holds insight your thinking mind can't access because it remembers every experience you've ever had. It warns you, it supports you, it guides you. And when you listen, life becomes clearer. Fifth, worry is a habit, not an identity. You weren't born anxious. You learned anxiety by repeating certain patterns of thinking. The mind builds pathways through repetition, just like trails formed in a forest. Walk the same route long enough, and it becomes automatic. But just as pathways can form, they can fade. Every time you notice yourself worrying and choose a different response, even something small like, "I will deal with things," as they come, you strengthen a new path in your brain. At first it feels forced, then it becomes easier. Eventually it becomes natural. You can train your mind to return to calm the same way it learned to return to fear. Sixth, what you focus on expands. Your brain filters reality based on what you pay attention to. If you focus on danger, you'll see danger. If you focus on what might go wrong, your brain will highlight everything that confirms those fears. But if you begin noticing what's working, what's stable, what's possible, your brain will start surfacing evidence of support. Seventh, the present moment is almost always manageable. Worry lives in imaginary timelines. It jumps to next week, next month, next year. But ask yourself, right now, in this exact moment, are you safe? Are you breathing? Is the danger happening right now, or is it only happening in your thoughts? The present moment is rarely unbearable. It is often calm, often quiet, often far gentler than the mind wants to believe. When you return to the present, your breath, your senses, your surroundings, you step out of imagined chaos and into real stability. Life happens here, not in the fears your mind projects. Eighth, you are stronger than what you face. You have survived every challenge so far, including the ones you thought you wouldn't. You have walked through loss, uncertainty, disappointment, fear, and change. You may have bent, but you did not break. Worry tries to convince you that you are fragile, but your life tells a different story. Every hard moment you endured added to your strength and your understanding. You are more capable now than ever before. When you stop expecting the next problem to destroy you, you allow your real resilience to lead the way. Ninth, life may be working in your favor, even when you can't see it yet. Many of the moments that felt like rejection or failure later revealed themselves as redirection. The opportunity you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the plan that fell apart. Each one may have been a step towards something better aligned with who you are becoming. Life has a way of organizing events with a wisdom we only understand in hindsight. When you stop assuming that everything is going wrong and start considering that life may be guiding you, the world feels different. You become open to new paths, new timing, new possibilities. You work with life instead of against it. Take a slow breath. You came here carrying heavy worries, but you don't have to keep carrying them. Peace doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from releasing what was never yours to control. It comes from trusting yourself, trusting the moment, and allowing life to unfold in its own time. Before you move on with your day, ask yourself one simple question. If today I choose trust instead of worry, what is the first small action I will change?